How you guys doing? This is Hybridsteel and welcome to the midweek stream. The one that, I don't know, it's just a hangout. It's just a stream where we all, it's midweek, it's hump day as most people like to say. Because it's the day, like in the middle of the week where people go, oh, I can't wait until Friday. Oh, there we are, there's my light. How you guys doing? I hope you're well, and I hope, this week is serving you well. So I'm playing Cash Cleaner Simulator. I was going to be playing Deconstruction Sim, but it's the game's still broken. After all these updates, they keep chugging into it. They keep missing the fundamental one that's really causing the problems, and that would be the one that basically deletes stuff out of your warehouse. That's still happening, and it still isn't fixed, and I'm really annoyed by it now. And I deleted my save again, and yeah, I went on their chat, and turns out that the issue is still going on because lots and lots of people are reporting it still. Apparently, it's still not fixed. I'm just like, why am I bothering? I lost so much stuff because I was basically, the reason why I stopped playing again is because I was clearing out this house that was like, everything I was taking out of the house was like full on really nice goods. Nice sofas, big TV, everything else. Put it onto pallets and it all disappeared. Like, as soon as I went back to my warehouse after I'd picked up another load, everything had disappeared. I'm just sitting there just going, you what? So now we're back onto Cash Cleaner Sim because this game works and it does well. How you doing, Promethean? So yeah, we're going to be playing this for a couple of hours. I'm just going to chill. I'm not really overthinking much at the moment. I'm just like, done the moment. I'm all good. 4.5 million yen in a large box. Okay. Cool. A large box. I have a few large boxes left. Right. So I've just recently done a load of cleaning up in this. So yen, I've got loads and loads of yen. We're all good. So I need 4.5 million. As you can see, we got quite a lot, and I've got to get rid of some of this stuff at some point. So I've got to try and figure out where I can get. It's too much, man. So yeah, 1, 2. So that's 2.5. 1, 2. And there we go. One exact load of money. Yay me. I personally prefer doing lower notes when possible. Yeah, well, I would, but the problem with those, like, it's what? A whole stack of these. This is like 100,000 yen. So that's 100,000. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's a million. So maybe next time I'll get rid of it, but it's quite a lot. So I have got to get rid of them at some point. It's just I've only just cleaned it all up, really. And that's more of like I've only just done this. I'll show you. Look, I mean, this got out of hand. This is all from like the last load. I did record it all as a video, but then I was like, oh, I'll just play the game and be fine. So the video I could still technically edit and put out if you really wanted to watch it, but it was a lot. I started the video halfway through, so I'd already like I'd already washed all of the money, and it came out on like 10 pallets, and there wasn't even a lot there. It, like bag wise, there was like I don't know, there was a drum. So there was the green drum, these 2 boxes, and these 3 sports bags. That's all there was. 10 pallets of money later, and I'm like, it's taken me like 3 hours to sort through all of them. Like just to sort through the fake notes or counterfeit notes, and then I had to process them all through there. And by the end of it, I'm just sitting there going, what? And the video's like an hour and a half. Just to do that lot. Oh, yeah, it was a long time. So, yeah. What we do is we do one more in a small box. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do like a lot of this. So all this is yen, by the way. Plus side of doing just yen is I can just sort yen. So it has to be in a small box. I don't know if I can get 4.5 million yen in a small box just with $100,000 notes. We'll give it a go though. Like this one, yeah. Let me just get a small box. So that's 1 million. That's 2 million. $3 million. 4 million. 4.5. Quick question. Are you going to put any pallets down over the depositing area so it captures everything and doesn't cause it to fall around? No, I like playing cat and mouse and just trying to find it. I did see one guy who took all the, you know, these big blue boxes. He circled the whole thing, and I was like, "That's genius! It's amazing." No, I'll just do that. I'm okay. It's fine with me. I actually don't mind it because it adds something else to do with my day. It sounds sad, but it's like. I did try. I was thinking maybe I could do pallets and stuff, but I was like, nah, I can't be bothered. Thanks for the question. I think it's just I'm lazy at this point. It's not just the way I want to play. I mean, I could do it because it would be easier to deal with, and it really could be. But I kind of just sat and just went. Meh. I think for me, I don't really order a lot of stuff. I mean, when I do, oh, that's not gonna do it. It's not fair. It's not fair. What we do is we'll chuck that down. That's 1 million. There we go. 4.5 million. Oh, what? It says I've got to do it in 50,000. Oh, this is me not reading missions. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just get a couple of bricks laid up, mate. There we are. Just get my knife out. Cut the bundle. Hope everybody having a good day. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream and having fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It can be very addictive. Yeah, no, it's I mean, out of the, as I said, I've spent 100 hours playing this game, and genuinely, it's a game that I've always come back to just to chill, really, more than anything, because if you ever like, you know, the whole thing, you get too stressed out about stuff, you mess around with stuff, you just sit there and you can't be bothered with stuff or anything else, and you just want a little bit of a release. That's kind of what this game does, like for me at least. I mean, for other people, it's however you want to chill out and calm down, but this is one of those games that for me, I'd just be like, yeah, whatever, I'm calm, I'm all good, baby. That's all. So they are 1 million stacks. $1 million. Now we'll cut. And we'll pop the whole lot in the washing machine. We played 114 hours and love it. It's one of those machines. It's one of those games. And for the record, I wash everything. I don't care if it's dry, right? I wash all notes. I don't care. It all goes in one, and then it all gets stacked in the other. It's fine. And there we go. But yeah, so I'm gonna be on this for like an hour. I'm only gonna be on for an hour or two, maybe at the most. It's mainly just because it's midweek. It's just one of the times. In a game like this, you have to be methodical. I've seen people who took there was one guy who spent a long time sorting out everything, and he would be like just calculating cash left, right and center, and it's a lot. And I was like, I don't think I have the patience to do that. I mean I've put myself through hell in a handbag with certain games before, but when it comes to this, I'm just kind of like, if the system works, and I'm kind of just okay, and I'll be all right. But yeah, the guy I saw he had, I don't know, countless amounts of machines just set up ready to go, and they were just constantly hammering money. I'm just like, why? And he was you know, the 1% who goes above and beyond. Fair play to him, basically. Wet note. I got a wet note. There's gonna be a big pack. There's gonna be a really big bundle after this, because they are stacked 50s. Just need the basic wash, and off we go. Well, there we go. Yeah, so I definitely, I think my main question to me this year, well, not a question, my main treat to myself this year is going to be a new monitor, because there's a few more lines appearing on the screen now. It's really no, I'm still here, man. I ain't going nowhere. But that's yeah, there's a few more lines than I was expecting. It takes up, you know, when you get your toolbar at the bottom, I can't quite see them coming out onto the desktop just yet. But yeah, it's still great. Here's a question for you. Do you think you could do something like this in real life, or even possibly being is a Cade into the world like this? Could I count money in real life? Yes. Could I do money laundering? No, because I've got morals. It's kind of my problem. I was going to say I didn't start the machine because the thing is didn't work. I mean, on the plus side, at least we can sort this crap out now. Yep, I was as confused as you were. There we go, that's much better. But no, counting stuff and stuff. I used to, when I used to work, I used to do this sort of stuff with just like the things I made. So I was very methodical about the way I worked. It's just, it was a brainless job. I'm always making mistakes. It's why I call myself an idiot and a moron most of the time. It's because making mistakes is just, oh no, not again. Oh, I've done this again. That's right, medium-sized boxes. Again, loads of these. Oh dear. And we just tuck this down and we'll be done, I think. We'll just be like, yeah, let's go. And then we're just going to stack the end. There's a lot of bundles, so I'm expecting like a lot. Maybe a pallet and a half. There we go. On the tango tonight, by the way. Look, different drink. Well, yeah, you would. But the thing is if you're looking at like longer, if you're looking for longer process of money laundering and stuff, you're looking at basically like small operations, because the problem is if you have a large operation, then you're going to get found out faster. This is why money laundering doesn't normally happen like this anymore. Money laundering happens of like washing money through different account systems now. Oh, because I've done all that already. So I did all that before. All of that I've sorted out into there. So the reason why they're all out there is because I need them. Those ones I use for like everyday packaging. And only one pallet of cash. Not bad. You know how to pick it all up at the same time. I'm not really worried. The reason why I'm not really worried about picking it all up at the same time is because this only deals with like $200, 200 bills at the same time. Yeah, it was predominantly 80s and 90s that did the whole money laundering. It still happens to this day. It's just happening it happens more in the digital world. That's the problem nowadays. I mean, when people say, oh yeah, digital currency is the better way to go forward, yeah, it's a really good way of laundering accounts as well, because if you're doing it through crypto and stuff like that, it's not traceable. So that was a big problem. And then you're able to, like, you know, shipping, obviously the offshores accounts and stuff is easier to launder as well, because they don't do checkups on like foreign accounts if you're in the UK or America or whatever. So money laundering is still a thing. We just don't hear about it, you know. It's not as prominent as, like, you know, I mean, Kerry was watching one of those border enforcement things the other day, and the gangs, you know, obviously they're trying different ways of getting like drugs across the border, and they took like frozen fish, and they basically drilled holes into the fish, fed all the drugs into the fish and froze them. So the drugs were inside frozen fish. That looked more fun to like kind of clean up. It's all about finding new and inventive ways of messing with the people looking for your stuff. Yeah, it can be. But no, what I mean by like crypto mining is crypto mining. That's legal. What I'm saying by crypto is if you've got like a drugs program, and you're selling money on the street, let's say you're selling for a big dealer, right? And if you're doing money off the street, so, you know, someone's giving you like 15, 20 grand or whatever, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take that to someone, and that someone's going to buy 15, 20 grand's worth of crypto money. You're going to give them the cash, and they're going to send their crypto money to your boss. They take that money and then they put it into certain different accounts and so on and so forth. I mean, that's how crypto could be used to do money laundering. And then the money that gets taken off the streets then gets distributed through some sort of like legal means, you know, like someone's pawnbroker business or this and the other. So I mean, that's just the way off of my head. That was just the scenario I created in my head right there. So yeah, money could be laundered out like that. And if you've got a third party in the middle who's quite happy to take, you know, 20% cut, buy the crypto, send it to someone's wallet, no one's really going to follow that, are they? It's bit currency. There's hundreds of millions of transactions a day. Or what you do is just become a politician and watch your money grow. Most famously, if you look at someone like Nancy Pelosi. How did she get so rich in such a small amount of time on such a small wage in comparison to her net wealth? Nobody knows. By the way, did you know that the US government has a financial institution, Overwatch, that monitors all financing? I think it needs to start looking at its own people then. Because there's a lot of rich mother truckers in government who definitely didn't make all their money from what they do. In the UK, we just call those like gits. No, we've got it now where the government passed a law where they can use AI to go into your bank accounts and search for benefit frauds, which means everybody's bank account can be seen by this thing and go through all of your accounts. So almost like the government knows how much money you make, where it comes from, this and the other, so on and so forth. It's like, yay me! And that's without like all the other legislation they're trying to bung through right now. So yeah, it's all a bit this is why I'm a big fan of a cash society. I like physical money. Big fan. And I like going to boot fairs and like buying things with cash. Oh yeah, mate. They're trying to pass. So if you're not familiar with what the UK are doing right now, yeah, it's looking more like a a totalitarian state in the next 4 years. Let's put it this way. Honestly, I don't want to live. It's getting to a point where I'm just sitting there going, I don't really want to live here if this is how it's going to go. But I'm gonna have to. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy myself a dumb phone so it can't connect to the internet and not carry a digital ID. Because that's how much I really give a rat's ass. And they can come and talk to me as much as they like. I'm still not buying into it. I will degrade myself. I will go back. And I'll be happy. If I could make a recommendation, no, Canada's more. Canada basically taxes its population to death, and just like they're doing way too much into the taxation of its of the people. Like you guys get more tax. You guys get taxed more than we do, and that I find interesting. I don't really like the system, but I find that quite interesting. Annual rents are astronomical. Eastern Canada does not, but Western Canada has a serious talking about breaking away from Corona. It's not. This is the problem. If you don't really want to move to a country that's going to be that unstable, and at the moment I feel like I mean this is just coming from me, so you don't have to take this like with anything serious. But the way that I see the world right now is it's pretty broken, and it's not getting any better. It's going to take an astronomical amount of effort to try and get the world back on par of where it should be. But all this has been happening since COVID. Since COVID, the whole world has gone to pot. And all I've done, I've sat here and watched it just slowly but surely flush itself down the toilet. And it's the same across every country. Well, it's not necessarily just the tax of income that Canada pay. They pay a lot on everything else. Like rents are more expensive. They get taxed more for this, that, and the other, and yeah, I mean, the thing is like from the 80s to where we are today, it never really felt that bad going through the 90s. But it just seems to have got worse in the last kind of 3 years. Or even just 5 years, sorry. And all I've just sat here and, you know, I mean, the thing is you can kind of get like an idea of how the world is by looking at one social media platform. All you have to do is read Twitter. And I know people think it's a vile, like horrific downturn of humanity, but if you read Twitter and you read a lot of the posts that show people's concerns and how things are and everything, you kind of get a gist of like how bad it is around the world and not just in everyone's little bubbles. So I gauge a lot of the world off of Twitter because it's where you're going to get honesty. Even if people are like behind anonymous accounts, you can read what they actually feel, and they kind of feel like they're safe behind being anonymous. But you read the room and you can tell that people they're pissed off for certain reasons that they can't explain. They're annoyed by the way that things are being run, and they're scared about the future of where things are going. And that's navigating through all the like pro-Palestine bull crap and all these people are bad and these people are good and this bunch of crap's hilarious and whatever. I don't care. But if you read the room, it gets more scary. I'm not saying that as somebody, I don't believe in conspiracy theories as much, but I've got to be honest, a lot of those people who came up with conspiracy theories are becoming more and more real. And you're like, huh, so where's the lie? And that's what I read Twitter just on the offcast, like just be like, you know, just to see what everyone's moaning and bitching about. And if you read what people are bitching and moaning about, that's all the stuff they all find that they all believe in. And that's the part of the problem. One thousand, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. I might have to start bundling this up. I've watched enough news outlets and media from online sources. I know the world is not doing too good, and unfortunately, social media has a good part of why the world has gone away. No, I would partially disagree with you. And the reason why I would partially disagree with you is because it's not social media that's been a problem, the reason why the world is going to pot. It's the fact that the media itself, the mainstream media, isn't believable anymore. So people go online to try and find something to belong to. And if they can't find something to belong to, they become radicalized in whatever they're reading. So when you don't believe the mainstream media anymore and you're looking for your own sources, you become a free agent of a conspiracy rabbit hole. And then you go down your little rabbit hole to try and find something to latch onto, to be like, this feels normal to me. And unfortunately, that's kind of what happened during COVID, because no one could go outside. Everyone felt lost and they were all trying to find their own things to belong to. And that was kind of why the political spectrum changed during COVID. The earth still isn't flat. And yet people asked, I gotta be honest, man, their arguments are getting more thinner, just like the ice. No, it's because when it comes to flat earth, a lot of those people, they're damaged. And at the time that they've discovered the flat earth, something in their life has flipped. And it comes down, this is where a lot of like conspiracy theorists, they kind of flip down and be like, okay, so I'm having a really bad time in life right now, and they start watching certain videos, then they go down their own little rabbit hole, then they come to the conclusion that the government is lying to them. What else are they lying about? And then most of them end up on the flat earth to start with. A lot of people have abused on social media thing because they've been given a voice and don't deserve it. But that's kind of why I like Twitter. So a lot of people, you can tell the people who are like taking the piss, and you can tell the people who are being serious. And I don't get it when it comes to things like Facebook and everything, because in Facebook you normally surround yourself with your friends, or you join groups of your own interests. If you join Twitter as an anonymous account, right, this is how I interact with people around the world on Twitter. I have an anonymous account on Twitter, which isn't banned, thankfully, and I get bits and pieces of news from all over the world. And when you read some of the crap in the comments, you're just like, you're a twat, you're a twat. Oh, you're all right, okay. And you can tell the ones who are idiots, then you can tell the ones who are bots, then you can tell the ones who are actually humans who have a good point, because they try to structure their sentences within a very short space of time, and they're not paying Elon Musk. Because most of these people aren't a big fan of Elon Musk, but they don't pay for the platform. And those people are okay. The blue check marks are people who hate Elon Musk, but like the fact people listen to them. So that's the majority of people on Twitter. A lot of people pay Twitter to be on the platform and to get the blue check mark, so they become more like, so they become more seen. because then they've got a prominency within that platform. When it comes to the people who don't pay for Twitter, like me, you read through the comments underneath all the blue check marks. These are the people that are real. They're the people who are there, who have had true concern, and they're the ones I kind of like pay attention to. I don't really pay attention to many blue check marks unless that's a main post, and then I'll read the comments underneath it. This game is amazing. I would agree. I think it's probably one of my favorite games. Do have a quick question. What is that pallet by the door over there to your right? These ones or these ones? Oh, or that one over there, that one. This one is all counterfeit money. All counterfeit, so there's no barcode. Yeah. Because, weirdly, some missions ask you to get counterfeit notes. So I hoard everything. Right, I think we should do somebody wants to... We'll do a Euro mission now. 65,000 euros in 20s. Oh, it's like bliss. Hiya! Come here. Do, 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 do. 20s. And in a box, we'll just do one of these boxes. Only 65,000 though. 20, 40, 60, 81, 20, 40, 60, 82, 20, 40, 60, 83, 20, 40, 60, 84, 20, 40, 60, 85, 20, 40, 60, 86. How much have we got in that? Euro. 1,600. So, I need to cut this. Maybe we shall see. Right, so I need to knock this down to, if I take these off and pop these in here, we need to do this at 50 and start. Oh yeah. On the plus side, at least that worked. There we go. So you're saying there's a heavy item in here? No, it looks like it's just a lot of 20s. And some bullets. 3 is a magic number and there's nothing else in there. Doo-doo-doo-doo. 45 bills. Has to be game mod. Oh, I can't do it. I'm not on the right level. There was not one of these levels off on like stupid. $85,000 in a box. Accept. They're all wet. Shouldn't have picked it up. I've had one mission with the gold bar. I've had a mission with the gold bar. I've had a mission with some other random crap like vases and stuff. Right. Oh, that's right. Open that up. Right. Pull it. Doodly-doodly-doodly-doo. In any box, any dollar, no marked money. And out being that we've got a shed ton of like $10 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 grand, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't think I'm gonna have enough space in this box. I'm gonna get a bigger box. Get a bigger box. Get rid of some of these hundreds. Or these 10s, sorry. Take a big box. Big box. Right. 10. 20. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yes. There we go. It's a lot heavy there. Right. Open the box. Shut that in there. Shut the box. You bugger. I miscounted. God damn it! Right. Not quite sure how I miscounted that. That's right. That shouldn't have happened. Unless some of that money is marked or is counterfeit. Which makes me reconsider my entire money section. Yeah, well, I run all my money through that. Unless I didn't at one time. Maybe. So here's the thing, right? We did what? One bag of $20 notes, €20 notes. And that's a whole pallet. No, shit. The thing is, it might have just been wrong. I didn't chuck him through once, maybe. And don't get me wrong, I think it'll be a great country to go and visit, but given the state of the world politics and crap your country putting up with, I'm not sure if that, mate. The UK is gonna go. We're going down a real like. I don't like. I mean, I like my country and all, but the way it's being run right now is scary. All right. I mean, we have a leader who's basically not listening to the people. There was a petition that went through where over 2.5 million people signed it. So it would be seen in the Houses of Parliament. I'm picking these bullets up to throw. It would be seen in Parliament. It would be properly discussed. It was literally just written off as a no, we're not talking about this. And that's like that we no longer have a government. It's basically a dictatorship. That's what it is. But unfortunately, the media will not broadcast it like that because they are supportive of what's happening. And that's the scarier part. And when people ask for like an example of what they think I mean, it's like, just watch V for Vendetta. I was speaking sort of like this maybe 15 years ago, and this was after like the last government screwed us over and everything else before the Tories. And even though we had the Conservatives in, but they were a bunch of wankers as well. And it just got to a point where we're sitting there just going, well, I mean, is there much point anymore? Are we really bothering you anymore? So unfortunately, no. The way that the UK is headed, we're not looking forward to it. And there's already people basically considering leaving the country. Obviously, there are people that are just like, if this happens, we're not staying here. If this happens, and so on and so forth. I'm like, well, go for it. If you can get out, get out. And I mean that. I mean, I've never said that before in my life. And I kind of, the way that everything's being pushed right now, and I found it funny today that it was in the Guardian, and obviously like Reform are kind of making their way in the UK right now. They're pushing in a large way, and people are starting to like wake up and go, hey, we're going to vote for Reform. I wouldn't vote for Reform, and I don't like the government that's running the country right now. And I'm one of those people who says none of the above should run this country. We need like a neutral party in the middle, but we don't have one. And I looked at this and I just went, I'm not a big fan of either of these parties. But what I found funny today was that Labour they're like, well, we need to change something about the way things are being done for like immigration and stuff. It's like, that's fine, what's your plan? And they were talking about like stopping certain people coming through, this and the other. I was like, hold on, this kind of sounds like a reform idea. It's like, oh, so you've started to parrot the people you hate and call racist bigots and everything else. And, you know, he's just sitting there just going, so basically we're being run by a Labour Party who, they're not here for the people. They're not here for anybody anymore. They don't really care. And they've proved that in the first year of them being in power. Within 1 year, they have royally boned up. And no one expected it. And now we're all sitting there just going, see? We told you. And I didn't vote Labour. And I didn't vote Tory. And this time, even when the locals were going on, I didn't vote for reform, even though people were like, oh, you need to vote for reform, we need to get Labour out. I'm like, it's not going to make a fucking difference. There's one political party, that when they announce themselves as a political party in the UK, they will, if they get the movement they're expecting, they will really change things. It's only one. And my advice, I'm not going to tell you to like vote for them. I'm going to say, if you want to learn anything about them, go and listen to Ben Habib. And that dude is from Pakistan, and even he hates the way this country is being run, and he believes in British value. And I'm like, this dude's more British than the guy that's running the fucking country. I can understand that, but there's a similarity. But even though most people don't like President Trump, I completely agree. Not everybody is my greatest fan, but I'm currently bombing the way in through this world. He's done more in his last 2 terms of president. Yeah, the thing is, what you don't get, unfortunately, what you don't get in America is you don't get a unbiased opinion. And it's very similar. This is why people don't listen to mainstream media anymore, because you're being fed what this side tell you to listen to, and if you don't listen to this side, you can go and listen to this side, but then you're being fed what they tell you to listen to. It's like, but what about, I'm in the middle here. Tell me all the facts, and then you have to go and find. And then when you say, "Oh, I've had to look at my own sources and stuff," people go, "Well, you're a conspiracy theorist." It's like, no, I just don't believe the fact that the people telling me things, they're not telling the truth. I mean, Trump signed more paperwork in his first 3 weeks than any other president in the world. Any of them. And most of them were to undo most of the crap that everybody else had put into power. And it wasn't doing the stuff for the United States. Admittedly, some of the shit that he's done is just crazy and do-looping. I'm not a real big fan of it. But I'm not a big fan of President Biden opening your borders and going, here, come in, free tickets. Because that was a load of old bollocks as well. The problem is the political spectrum of the way the country is being run. The people who are running it don't have their actual own ideas of how to run. They get given a book. And the book is basically a load of stuff that people have decided this is what we need to run, this is what we need to push. And then they just go, yep, sure. Without reading it, which is the stupid part. Best example is you wouldn't go into a phone shop and buy the first mobile phone. You want to look around first and find the best thing. And being a president nowadays, I would say, is probably more strings attached. There's lots more people putting the strings behind the scenes instead of just being, you're coming up with the best ways to run the country. Everyone knows in America or in the United Kingdom, you need to find a fair way to bridge the gap between being poor and being super rich. Unfortunately, there isn't a law in place where companies have to pay people a certain amount of money, or if they earn extra billions and billions of pounds, then they write that off as their bonuses and not actually share dividends within their staff. That should be a law. Over a certain point of profit in a company, it should be set up as almost a cooperative sort of like banking, where the extra profit gets pulled in and then gets distributed through the workers. Then the workers have more money to spend, your economy goes up because the people are more richer. Because everybody knows the workers are the people that spend the money on the economy. Rich people don't go into Woolworths or don't go into like WH Smith's. They go online and they do their stuff with their own ways. Yeah, the middle class has been wiped out completely. I completely agree. If you're in the middle class, you're a dying breed and you either need to become rich or you're going to become poor. I would say that I come from a very working family, but there is a certain part of my family that were slightly more middle class. They weren't upper class, they were middle class. They were shop owners. They were people who lived in slightly bigger houses, that sort of thing. That just happens. I've still considered myself working class because my dad was working class. He went to work and lived his life and did what he did. My mum was working class. She lived her life. She went to work. She did what he did. I'm working class. I went to work and now I'm a full-time carer. But if I wasn't a full-time carer, I'd be in a full-time job. I am working class. And the only way out of me becoming middle class is if I was to open up my own business and become successful. And I still wouldn't become upper class because I'm not born with a silver spoon up my arse. But there won't be a middle class. In 15, 20 years time, there won't be a middle class. Everyone will be poor. If it continues the way it is. And if we introduce this whole digital ID shit and everybody signs up to it and then all of a sudden your money's being controlled through digital ID and digital everything, you're not going to have any control over anything you do anyway. But apparently, I'm a whack job right-wing conspiracy theorist. The middle class are slowly being shit. Yeah, it's not right. But that's the joys of the rich. And I've had this argument with people who are in working class situations, and they're like, "Well, the rich people need to distribute their wealth." It's like, but they earn their wealth. They just know how to make money. We don't. And if you don't know how to make money, then you're going to be poor. And I'm poor. I don't know how to make money. I'm stupid. Most of all the money I get given here goes towards either buying stuff like games and bits for this, or it goes towards my family. It's not making them any better. You know, I haven't sat there and done, you know what, I should invest all my money into this because it would make me money. I don't do that because I don't have enough money to even start that. But I have found a way. And yeah, I'm very, very tempted to start it. It's going to cost me sort of like the first initial investment's about, because you have to open your account with £100. I'm like, okay, I'll save up for a couple of months and I'll invest £100. And basically it's doing what all the rich people are doing, which is buying like raw materials like gold and silver. But as I can only buy small amounts because I'm poor, I'm hoping it goes up. At the moment, yeah, you open your account with £100, you can buy a gram of silver for £1.17, and basically the idea is it mounts up, so you start buying like larger and larger amounts, and it gets vaulted away, and then you sell your X amount for so much after a certain amount of years, and then you take the profit and walk off basically. I've been running cash for the last 6 months. Yeah, it's the best way. If you're using your card, then it's because that's part of the problem. My problem with buying gold and silver is that if the economy hype of inflation and then pops, then completely disintegrates all that's worthless. The thing that won't be useless is silver, because silver is used for everything. From telephone wires to internet to computers. Gold is also used in a lot of modern components. So some of the best stuff to really invest in is gold and silver. Even if the market crashes, gold and silver always goes back up. Always. You can look at gold records from whenever they started to now. It's why there was this... Did you ever watch Porn Stars? that was on the Las Vegas Strip, the gold and silver pawn shop. And if you say yes or no, then I can explain. If you say yes, then I think you'll probably know what I'm talking about. If you say no, then I have to explain it. Cash is easy to run budgets, yes. Anyway, I'll continue them. So, if you remember Pawn Stars, the Rick's dad, the old man, he had this thing he would always buy silver, always, and he would buy it in any quantity, and then he would put it away. And the reason why he would put it away is because silver, he knew, even though silver was a slow grower, silver was guaranteed to make money. Guaranteed. Because it doesn't go up as fast as gold, which means anyone can kind of get invested into it. But at the same time, it has a lot more of a technological advancing than gold does. So if you start buying up silver, and I mean, silver right now is £30 an ounce for UK value, right? So 30 quid per ounce. It was at the beginning of this year £17 an ounce. So it's already doubled its money within this year alone. I only know this because I follow silver every now and then, and now I'm sitting here going, how do I start investing in this, because I've got no money. And that's why I was looking around for something I could actually get into. The only way to get into it as a poor person is you either start buying silver coins, so going to boot fairs, buying up sterling silver, this sort of crap, and then, I mean, flea markets and stuff, and then taking it to like pawn shops and getting it melted and then taking the cash value. And then from there you buy larger and larger amounts and you get into a larger quantity. Or if you go down the online route, there's this website called Bullion Vault. And they're the ones that sell it in gram size, but you have to put £100 in to start your account. So if, let's say, it doubles again next year, so it goes from £30 an ounce of silver to £60 an ounce of silver. If I invest £100 now, that invests up to £200 for next year, and I haven't had to do anything. I just sit there and watch it. And that's how I think it's going to be. I don't think the raw material stuff is going to pop just yet. And if it does, it's not going to be like Wall Street, where it just dies completely and all of a sudden you've got brokers jumping out of windows because they're ending their lives because of how much money they just lost. If it pops, it's a slow graduation decline. It's not a instant drop. The thing with raw materials is they're always going to be needed. You've got 6 silver dollars. Whatever the silver count is in them is depending on how much they're worth. Obviously, silver's worth less than gold. And if you've got any gold, it's ridiculous price right now. Gold's like, what is it, $3 an ounce or something stupid like that? I'll pull it. Hold on, give me a sec. Bullion by post. This is another website there they can do in the UK that you can buy bullion. So this is how I get my gold and silver prices. On that one, bullion by post. Currently, silver price is £36.69 per ounce. Gold is £3,000 per ounce. You can buy sovereigns and pennies and bits and pieces and shit like this. This is kind of a poor person's way of getting into the silver and gold market. You buy coins for 51 quid. Just think, like, if you look at the silver price, let's go back 1 year, this year alone. This is where the market was in April. Just here. And now it's all the way up here. That is ridiculous. And people were telling me ages ago. They were all sitting there going, oh, you should look into buying silver. I'm like, I've got no money, but yeah, I really, really want to. And then it's doubled this year. I was looking at buying just one coin at the beginning of this year, and it could have already made like double the money that I had this year. So yeah, I've missed out again, and I kick myself for this type of shit, because this is the same thing. This is the same thing that happened to me on the crypto market when Bitcoin was when Bitcoin first started. I was sitting there going, well, you know, I might buy into it, but then like you get the devil and the angel sitting on your shoulder. The angel sitting on my shoulder going, nah, you don't really need that. You know, it's going to fail anyway. It's going to be crap in it. And the devil's sitting there going, buy it. Should listen to him. I had £100. I was like, I could just buy Bitcoin. And at that point, Bitcoin was 13p a coin. A whole coin for 13p. Yeah, I could have been minted. January 2021, when it started getting all a bit funny, that's when I would have sold. And then I'd be sitting here doing this shit for free because I'd be living in a mansion. There's a guy on YouTube known for strips, known as Street Tips, who does his own gold refinement and silver production. It's really interesting. I watched it on. If you look at a longer term chart, it's spiking right now. I would give it a year or two before making any purchase. Well, the thing is, if I buy it now, I think it's just going to keep going up. Me personally. I think silver's going to top out, just off prediction. Just as a prediction. I think it'll top out at £70 an ounce. It'll dip down for a bit. It'll drop and then it'll start climbing back in. And I only have to invest for the next couple of years before I die. So it's okay. But yeah, this is the same thing. I should have been doing this whole year. I should have just been going to boot fairs and shit and buying crappy bits of silver everywhere. Build a time machine. Dude, if I could, I would. Same, man. That's my problem. I have problems saving up for my stuff. So I do certain things per year. I'll be like, okay, I need to save up money and do this. One thing I started doing was building up a Pokemon collection, because I like collecting, but at the same time I'm kind of building up because I know some of it's going up in price a lot right now. It's a lot cheaper to get into than buying gold and silver. But another thing is, I mean, if you go to like thrift stores and markets and shit like this, and you buy like sterling silver set of earrings, which are like 10 quid from some charity shop, keep hold of them, right? And then go somewhere else and pick up a silver this for 15 quid and just keep hold of it. And the idea is you just build up a collection of just useless crap, right? But it's all silver. And then take it to a pawnbroker and sell it all. And just say, look, my granddad died or my nan died, blah, 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 blah. I want to get rid of all their stuff. I want to see how much it's worth. And if it's worth like more than you paid for it, then you invest it all back into something slightly larger. And that's kind of what I should have been doing. But the stupid part is I don't, because I don't always listen to my gut. I always listen to logic, and logic doesn't serve me well sometimes when it comes to thinking of things that I should be doing. And it sucks. It really does. But yeah, I kind of wish that I spent a long time just sort of doing all this, but I don't. But I've got to be honest, I am slowly learning. I'm going to need this. And I'll put this up here. Surprisingly enough, the guy I mentioned, that was his wife, what does go to local. Yeah, exactly. Seriously, it's one of the best ways to do it. And so yeah, go into So in the UK, we've got things like the Bernardo Shop, British Heart Foundation, Sue Ryder, that sort of crap. And I mean, in America, it's like Goodwill, your charity shops, things like that. If you go in there and you look at their like shit range, like they'll have like toaster racks and crap like this. Some of those are made out of sterling silver. And if you look at like cutlery, that's sterling silver. If you look at like little tiny trinkets that are made of silver, buy it all up and flog it off. Only took you 42 years. Yeah, well, I'm 42, not 43. Screw you. You got to think, like, for 10 years of my life, you're not really like, you don't know what's going on in the world because you're 10. And then from the ages of 10 to 20, you kind of just want to grow up and get things done. From 20 to 30, I got drunk, so I wasn't paying attention to shit anyway. And yeah, from now, when you get to 30 to 40, you kind of start figuring out you fucked up. Yeah. So now I'm in that phase now of fixing all my problems. And I got to be honest, next year for boot fair season, yeah, I'm going to be going to a lot of locals. And I'll be like, oh, cool, you got some of this like crap. Cool, I'll take it. Because I think that's what's going to happen. I think that's going to be, I think that's my way of making money next year. Either that, or I get really, really good at making YouTube videos. Does this game have an achievement that you can achieve a billion? I don't know. It had the one for like blowing up the pig and stuff when you started the game. Because that was the main objective. But I mean, mainly most people just play it for like stacking cash and just be like, I'm enjoying myself. Oh no! Damn it. So, push the button prematurely. Premature paculation. Yeah, the hyping stuff, it hasn't really... I've got to be honest, I'm not quite sure what hyping... I think maybe a lot more people are supposed to be hyping videos. But I'm not seeing a massive increase right now. But I think that's only just because like 1 or 2 people are doing it. It's supposed to give your videos a bit more of a boost, but I'm not seeing it. But when it comes down to... Yeah, I mean, my videos aren't... Apparently my videos aren't that good if lots of people don't watch them, so... That's how I rate myself. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just crawl into a dark pit and cry then, won't I? No, I will carry on doing the stuff I do. I know. I gotta be honest. I'm looking for me. I'm looking into more long-term projects right now, and the long-term project is going to be Car Mechanic Sim. I know it's going to happen. I don't know when, but it's going to happen at some point. And when it does, that'll be my next big push. It'll be a point where that'll be the next big push of views. I'm not sure about subscribers in general, but view-wise, that's the next one. I will try. I think what I want to do is I want to basically play. I want to play that the Alchemy Factory game that we did as a demo yesterday. I want to see if that's like Hybridsteel, where I have to kind of optimize things to work properly. I think that might be something that might work. That could potentially drive a bit more traffic, but it's a very unutilized indie game. I mean, it's not very. A lot of people haven't downloaded that game. It's a very small thing, but it's such a complete game already. I'm surprised it hasn't got more people watching it. I really am. So I'll watch that, see how that goes, and see what happens, because I think that's going to be my next one for a bit. I have seen that a lot of the bigger YouTubers right now, and these are people who used to rely on like doing almost the same thing over and over again to get views. They're focusing a lot more on like roguelike games. And when you say roguelike, if you look at things like Clover Pit or Superbonk, weird things like that. My only gripe about this game is the fact that in your area it's not set up right. This sort of thing is more akin to a skate park. I would agree. Yeah, I kind of I dig the vibe though. You could do a guide for exactly Prometheum. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Kind of thinking guide. Oh yes. I think the best part about the Alchemy Factory game is it's multiplayer. You can actually have your friends helping you, or one of your friends can run the store whilst you create all the stuff. Did you catch my last comment? I know you get 1 million for blowing up the pig. That sounded wrong, but... Oh, yeah, probably. We did, mate. I think with this game, it's... I haven't even looked at the achievements list for this one. Really, I just played it because I enjoyed it. That was my main thing about this one. I just like the game. The problem is because I like building guides. For me, there hasn't really been a game I could really sink my teeth into recently. It's all been supermarket games. And I mean, making content for them is completely fine, but it's boring at the same time because it's the same shit over and over again. The only one that was remotely different was TCG Card Shop. And the only reason why that's different is because it was actually made properly. This new one that's just come out, Magic's trading card, it's a load of old shit. I played the demo for it, and I was like, I don't want to make a video about it. It's piss poor. TCG is better. Prove me wrong. I'm gonna get myself one of those meme cards and just be like, prove me wrong. This game is just better. And for the record, the reason why you run all of your money through one machine at the beginning and not all the stuff at the same time is because of that the chute. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing. So you got to think for the last like 2 years, there hasn't really been any like free builder games that involve a lot of logic. There haven't been a lot of like proper like tycoon. I want to say tycoony games, are things that when you get an absorbent amount of money and put it into something instead of like a cookie clicker. You want something like car mechanic or hydroneer or something like that, where you can actually see your progression building up and actually working on it. But at the moment, everything's been dumbed down to supermarket sims right now, and it's bullcrap. I only make videos about things that I really don't like, and that is one of them. Or things that I'm passionate about, things that I find that need to be like talked about. And I don't understand this obsession with supermarket games right now. You play one, and you play them all, and there's loads of them, and they're still coming out. There's one. I will show you this game, right? And this game is a little bit different, and I think it could be something cool. I'm definitely buying this, by the way. Monster Lab Simulator. You make your own Pokemon. Oh yes, definitely looking into this. Looks exactly the same as what we're playing now, apart from you turn Pokemon into liquid and then make new Pokemon. So that could be pretty cool. Okay, so that will probably be on this channel. The other one is another trailer. Can I not click through? I mean, it's on my browse stuff. So let's go into requested. Table Battle Sim. This is the other one I reckon will be all right. Basically, you run a shop to get figures, but the figures fight on a chess table. I reckon that could be quite cool. So yeah, I reckon Table Battle Sim might be a good game to buy, just because you get to like fight monsters. That's kind of all I was looking at. The alien one, Roadside Research, that looks pretty cool. But yeah, there's all these little games coming out, but they're not anything that I would really like go, oh yeah, I could probably do long term off this. And I think that's the problem at the moment. Like, I think a lot of gaming right now, because it's been dumbed back to supermarket sim games, people don't know what to do right now. They're all just kind of stuck, and they're all just like, well, I mean, what am I doing today? Oh, I'm playing this bullshit game again, or I'm doing this, that, and the other. That's kind of why I latched on to Deconstruction Simulator, because it was a game that I could do episodes on, and I really liked the idea of it. And then, unfortunately, the game's broken. Even when they fix it, it's like, oh, it's still broken. It's like, why the bloody hell did you seriously got to pull your thumb out your ass? Table Battle Sim, I have the severely nagging feeling that somebody somewhere along the line is going to attempt to do a horse simulator. Is that what you're going for? A horse simulator? Because if that's what you're thinking, that's already been done. There is already a game out there that does, like, I think it's called Brothel Sim. I couldn't remember. There is another one I'm looking into. It's called Failed Game Dev Sim. Basically, it's like you're a crap dev who basically lost all his money and you have to start off from nothing. So you're basically homeless and you got to work your way back up to rich. So I was like, that sounds like a fun game. We could probably do that. I did try a homeless simulator the other day. It was out of a wank. It was crap. You spend all your time picking up like coffee cups and pizza boxes, and then you get taxed on the money you got, and then you have to find a place to sleep here, and it's like there's nowhere to sleep. Oh, I'm just sleeping on the street again. Cool. You've been fighting, and then all my money's disappeared, and then I've got to do this, and then it's, oh, yeah, it was a real slow burner. You find it disturbing? Oh, it's just because I see they come through Keymailer. I see so many stupid fucking games come through Keymailer. And they're all on there. And it's, you can't avoid it because they're listing. One that I actually like the look of is called Not Guilty, where you run a prison. And you basically take on prisoners and destroy them in like various different manners. Like, you know, cannon to the face, that sort of thing. That looked pretty fun. But if you go on to Keymailer, you know what? I can show you. I can show you what I have to put up with. Right, here you go. Let me just pull Keymailer up and we'll go through it together, shall we? Keymailer. So, when you're an aspiring YouTuber, you come onto a website like Keymailer, and you can do this. Why do a sim game about real life when you're in constant permadeath and the content's going to do, I don't know. So this is Keymailer. You push simulator and push when it loads, because it's got to think about it. Release date. So these games coming out, so Two Hands Hospital Assistant. So you're basically a hospital assistant and you're pushing people around on gurneys. That's for PlayStation. Autobahn Police 3, Police Motorcycle. Subway Exit, Before Exit Gas Station. Undusted Letters from the Past. Sounds amazing. Zoo Life Simulator. Stronghold Crusader Definitive Edition, The Canary and the Trader. Mecha Blitz, Fairy Trade. And My Wife is a Maid. I don't care what your wife is, but that's a simulation game that's now that you can pick up. What I'm saying is that when you go through the list of the Keymailer, there is no like, oh, just mark out, you know, there's adult content, and it will be in here, guaranteed. Not a problem, buddy. Have a good one, man. I'm around Wednesday and Friday and Saturday. And to put this into perspective, right, I got declined for Junkyard Builder coming out on the PlayStation and the Xbox and on Steam. I already own the game, so that doesn't bother me. So the developer declined me even before I even applied for it. Nerd Simulator, that looks fun. Shelf by Shelf Bookstore Simulator. We don't need another simulation game. We don't need another supermarket game. Super Fantasy Kingdom. But yeah, this is what I do. I do this like, here you go. Ultra Girls Altars. I don't know what it is, but I can guarantee that I know in a space sex shop. It's not the fact I know they exist, it's the fact that I read them and they are there, okay? That's how I know that there's a brothel simulator out there, is because of this poxy list. So, there you go. I'm not quite sure what you do in a space sex shop, but it's a game. And you can play it if you really, really want. But that's the joys of life on Keymailer and being into and doing sim games. And I will say, the part of the problem with being on sim gaming is that you have to put up with a lot of crap that comes down the pipe, because people think they're going to be the next big developer to make the next big like simulation game. The problem is they're all copying each other. It got to a point where, like, obviously there's been what, 3 or 4 trading card shop games now. Even Playways has put one out, and Playways does everything simulation. There's go through my wish list on Steam. I mean, you can have me on. You can look through my wish list on Steam, and you'll see all of them. A lot of sim games that are coming out, you know, between now and 2027, and they're all crap. They're all like half-assed sim games that are just, they're even not going to come out, or they'll come out and they're going to be unfinished and they're not going to work properly, like every other sim game. And then people go, why'd you keep playing them? It's like, because if I played anything else, I wouldn't get any views. Because I hate competing against, like, if you want to make content on AAA gaming, you're walking yourself into a proper minefield of like people who are doing the same thing as you, because it's easy to do. It's why gaming is so it's why gaming gets low amounts of advertising space, because everyone can do it. There we go. So we just rinsed all of that, all those 10s. We rinsed $85,000 worth of those, and now we just got all of this stuff. That was a long wash, long wash. This goes over here. Right, should we do one more? $25 million yen. That's gonna be a big. That's gonna be a big order. So we'll do it. This has got to be done in a large box. Yeah, doing good, man. Portugal bananas. Not being horrible. I don't recognize your name, so you must be new. Thank you very much for being here. It's most appreciated. Spiky shark fin. How you doing, bud? I don't remember Portugal banana though. So, cool name. Do you come in a hammock? It's just a question. First one that came to my mind. Right, we need a large box. $1 million yen, 2 million yen, 3 million. Oh no, they're 100,000, aren't they? Bollocks. We might that in there for the end, where it's like 500,000. Yeah, probably. Okay, so I need 25 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How did that get there? Okay. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 4 million, 5 million, 6 million, 7 million, 8 million, 9 million, 10 million. So that's 10 million. 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. Seriously? Well, it still wasn't enough, apparently, man. So even if I counted it wrong. So this is $100,000. Yeah. So this is 100,000. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. Well, even if it was, it's like, it still wasn't enough. I need 500,000. There's 500,000. I need to put this in another box. Fuck's sake. Really, really confused about this right now. Yeah, so hold on. Even if I counted that wrong, which according to Promethean I did, it still wasn't enough to complete the order. Okay. How you doing, Chris? I shouldn't have to. I put every single one of my notes through the bloody scanners. Through the, for the counterfeit and fake stuff. I shouldn't have to scan my stuff. Shouldn't have to. At all. Every single one of my notes goes through this. Every single one of them. Unless something isn't being scanned properly. That's all gangs. So that all goes there. Right. So this goes through gangs, which is obviously Yakuza, cartel, and everything else. FDI, police, and unknown. So what am I skipping? What's being missed? Nothing's being missed. So I don't know what's going wrong now. Oh, they'll be fine. And it's not like I haven't got any more of them. Look, I mean, I've got a few left. What's your Discord server? Link in the description box below. It's very, very quiet though. It is basically people come in and say hi. They talk for a little bit and then they go quiet. And then you'll get a notification 7 times a week almost of like when I've uploaded a video or when I do a live stream, and you'll get a notification 3-4 times a week from my free games robot that finds free games online. Have fun. Most of my Discord is literally just notifications of things that either I'm doing or something's come up and it's free. Loads of people just don't talk, but it's there if people ever want it. Yeah. And it comes from the era of, oh, well, you need a Discord. You need all this and you need all that. It's like, well, it doesn't really help me. I don't really have a social Discord group. I just have people every now and then that want to chat. And then when they don't want to chat, it takes like 6 months for people to come back. But that's fine. That's how people are. I haven't got a problem with it. It's very chill. You don't have to worry about it much. Look. From now on, every single note runs these machines, and every single note runs that first machine. There doesn't look like any count. There doesn't look any marked in there at all. Anyways, yes, these priceless vases survived the industrial wash and survived the air machine as well. Sorry? You mean Ming vases? No, these are real deal. These are like payment. I'm like, hey, you're doing this stuff for us. Have a vase. That's probably worth like 20 quid. Like, I see things like this down in the junk shops all the time. They're like £20. I was selling loads of them as well at one point. Still got some stuff that I'm trying to get rid of from my old granddad's old crap. Never had any like nice vases though, just like all this £1, £4 stuff. But it's done all right. We'll dry them off as well. See, it dries. This industrial washer is amazing, by the way. I don't use the small washing machines. I've got more than enough coins to pay for washes. I'm doing better than flipping. I can't remember Dot Cotton from EastEnders, who used to run the laundrette in. I remember your server because I got 200 of the account. You got 200 of the. Oh, so you have been here before. Ah, there you go. Yeah, I think that counts up to 246 or 47 at the moment. Oh. Nah, those vases aren't 50k. Mate, they're like cheap knockoffs, maybe. But I got a pallet of them. It's not like they're rare. Oh, this rare vase, it can go in the collection with all the other rare vases. Oh, look at them. Look at them. They're so rare. Oh. They are a Del Boy knockoff. Right there, Rodders. We're going to be selling these off for £20 a pop. And by this time next year, my son, we will be millionaires. That's the sort of like Ming vase we're in right now. All right. Oh no, they're the real deal, Rodney. Right. There you go, just to make you happy. Ready? Look, we'll go scanner. Nothing in there at all. Right. And I'll still get knackered for it. There we go. Look at it. Oh, it's like a lovely waterfall. Yeah, we'll get this mission done, and I'm done for the day. I think it's gonna be a long one because it's like nearly 3 pallets of cash. Anyways, if you're enjoying this stream, to all the people that are lurking out there, thank you very much for being here. It's most appreciated. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe and notification button below for all other updates. If you're new to the channel, you can go and check out some of my other videos. I post mainly simulation content or things that piss me off. depending if I have to do a talkie head video, and if I do, then so be it. I have to do the talkie head video. Apart from that, no, it's normally this channel is a very sort of, it's a very chill channel. I'm not here to shout your ears off. I'm not here to have a go at people unless you annoy me. I'm not here to like be like the next gamer who's gonna shout at you. I hate that stuff. So. I scan every delivery before sending just to make sure. No, I know I've got the thing is, I know I've got it right. It's just I've overlooked something along the lines. I'm not sure what. I think what it could have been is where I've skipped the first machine. And I don't mean these, I mean these. So where I've got yen, I've just picked it up and put it straight into here. But I need to put it through this machine first because this is the one that finds the counterfeits. So that's probably where I ballsed up. Because there is guaranteed that there is no marked money in any of my stuff, because it all goes through here, and these machines pick up all my marked money. And I know this because it's picking up as it goes. So I know it's not this section. It is probably that bit there, and it's where I've done stuff and I've just put it straight into one machine, and I've missed the first machine. That's where it would. That's probably where it's coming up. So from now on, every single note runs through that first machine without fail. Because it has to. I've got to get counterfeits out. Yeah. At the moment, we're risking it for a biscuit. I absolutely caned my shoulders today. Oh, not so much in the weight, but the amount I did. So today was shoulders, upper body and chest. So mainly just like shoulder pressing with dumbbells. I didn't go up above, like the heaviest weight I lifted today was 12.5 kilo. So not too bad on the old weight, because I can do 20. I can do 20 kilos on dumbbells, which is quite cool. But 12.5 kilos, and it's like, so bench press up, and you're chucking them up. So I did that for, it was 10 reps of, so three sets of 10. So I did that for 30. And then drop them down, go to the 10s. So grab the 10s, and then do another 30. Drop down to the 8s. Do another 30, drop down to the 5, do another 30, and then drop down to 3 kilos and then do another 30, and you are humbled. So I did that for a laugh. So I did that, and then I did some lat stuff, and then the next big thing was shoulder pulls. So sitting down on the bench, back straight, and you're pulling the weight from your side all the way up to here. And then you're down again. Start on the 10s, then to the 8s, then to the 5s, then to the... Yeah, that's the sort of stuff I need to do right now. And I watched this really cool video. This I can't remember his name. He's an Asian dude, but he's got Dennis from LTT on his channel now. And he was showing the workouts that you can do that will burn more calories as the afterburn. I was like, okay, cool. So what's the afterburn? And he like the two highest calorie burns for burning stuff after you finish your workout is literally walking and swimming. And this dude's fit, by the way. He does sprints and everything else, and it was literally walking and swimming. I'm like, okay, cool. So I just up my walking. Monkey Nuts Gaming. No, that's cool. That's a cool name. I'm liking the name, dude. I have to check out your channel just because of the name. I'm liking the beard. The profile picture is like, it's like the thinner version of me. You're a Parcel fan? Excellent. You play exactly the same shit as me. Parcel Simulator, Mine Mogul. Oh yeah, you're basically you're my better looking twin. Excellent, dude. I'm just checking your thumbnails out because of the games you play. Schedule 1, awesome. Check out Toll Booth, man. If you like Schedule 1, you're gonna love Toll Booth. You played a little bit of Hydridsteel? Good man, good man. Astro Colony as well. Oh, this dude is he's on my level. Like game wise, Monkey Nuts he's on my game. You know what? I'll subscribe to you just because of like I'll be your 50th. I'm your 50th subscriber just because you play the same shit as me. Thank you very much for kicking by. It's most appreciated, man. I think it's called Toll Booth. What was the game I played the other day? It was oh, give me a second. Hey, cool. It's not a problem, man. You play the same things as me. We're on the same level. It's all good. I just hope that maybe I can help you a lot. You know, at some point you might, our paths will cross and we'll be playing the same game at the same time. Right. What was the game I played the other day? First, it's called Toll Booth Simulator: Schedule of Chaos. And if you like Schedule 1, you are definitely gonna like you're gonna like that game. Yeah, Promethean, you could call yourself the Ducks Nuts Gamer if you wanted. You can make some quacking good content. I'll have to check it out. It does seem like we have the same taste in games. Also then, if you like that, Alchemy Factory. Literally did a video of it yesterday. If you like Hydridsteel, you will like that game. I picked that up on a whim and I was like, I wonder what this is like. And I was just sitting there going, oh, this is my happy place. It's automation on yeah, you can have an absolute massive scale. So yeah, all good, man. Yeah, I play a lot of sim games. I play a lot of random crap as well. But I do find the ones that I find I like the most are things like sort of I like this because this is calming to my brain. But I like automation games. I'm very into like cars as well, so at some point I'm probably going to do back into the car mechanic world. When CMS comes out with its new title, I'll be back on that. I've got my garage as well. I want to get back into that as well. Yeah, that's kind of where I see myself. I do a lot of mining as well. Like I went through a big stint playing gold mining sim. I'm waiting for the second one to come out. I can't be arsed with their DLC though. DLC for me just doesn't. It's not doing it for me. Because it's oh, now there's gems. It's like I don't care. That's not gold mining then, is it? That's gem mining. Now we're playing Hydridsteel in like gold mining sim world. And if you like parcel sim, you're gonna like airport baggage simulator as well. Because it's basically the same game. It comes out next year. I can't rebrand. I've been Promethean for too long, and now it's become my gaming tag. Oh, it's all right. You can change it. You can change your name. Just let everyone know who you are when you start talking. Oh, we got. I reckon it's going to be 2.5 pallets of yen. We're going to get this done. Another load. See, nothing's come up yet. It's really strange, man. Really strange. I'm glad this is my last mission though. 2 hours of sorting cash. This is how long it takes to record a video. Especially when you finish the game, you're like, what do I do? I'm just going to count stuff and hope. There have been times where I've come back from the gym, I've sat here, played this game, and I've fallen asleep looking at it. Just because it's therapy for me. I'm just going to go, chugga. I like just about any game. I can automate things. I just figured out different ways of doing it. Yeah, exactly. Right. And the thing is, right, that's how it all started for me on Hydroneer. If you can find different ways of doing things that are more better for everyone else, make videos about it. Just become the dude that everyone wants to listen to. I know it's been said, but there must be a simulator for almost every type of job, circumstances. Yeah, there is, man. You just go on to... All you have to do for that, if you want to find that out, go on to Steam and just type in the word simulator. It's stupid. And most of them are either Games Incubator or Playways. But I mean, here's another thing. A new shop simulator game came out yesterday, and it's called DVD Shop Simulator. I'm like, cool, so blockbusters. There's also one called I Sell Lemonade, and you play a kid, and it's in the 80s, and your mum's taken away your games console, and now you have to get it back, and you basically have to sell lemonade. I was tempted by it because of its simplicity. It's like, it's a game about selling lemonade. Well, it'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? It's what American kids used to do before the internet. Never lived that dream, man. Never lived it. There's loads. There's one called. I think there's the one called like Toilet Tycoon that's coming out at some point. And I saw that in Keymailer. It's basically you have to build like nice toilets and look after them and clean them and throw people out for smoking and all that crap. I'm like, oh, great. It's the type of graphic keeps coming up. What I want is Car Mechanic Simulator 2025 or 6, and then I can just go back to like living in my own little engine world for a bit. That's all I want. So if you like games that automate everything, I mean obviously you should have played whether or not you've played Ship Graveyard. Yeah, I did that. Hard Space Shipbreaker, yeah, I played that as well. I didn't get on as well with that than I did with Shipbreaker. Shipbreaker was a lot easier though. It was like pick up sledgehammer. Okay, cool. Destroy everything. That was me. I was happy in that game. But for me, it was the time. Like, the problem with The problem with being a YouTuber and playing a game like Ship Graveyard, right, is that you sit there going, okay, so my next video is going to be like me taking apart the QE2, right? Because I know you can do that in the game now. So you're going to take apart the QE2. Fantastic. How long's the video going to be? Well, I want it between like half an hour and 40 minutes because of, you know, reasons. All right, cool. It's going to take you 7 hours to do the mission. Well, bollocks. So I've got to record for 7 hours to chop it down to a 30-minute video. And that's where doing this hurts, because they're games that you want to play, they're games you want to mess around with and complete, but recording a video for it is an absolute ball ache, unless you're like Spiff or like some of the bigger guys who've got editors who can condense videos down and make them look cool, you know. But I think Super Bonk's going to be one that's going to be like a breakout game now. That has the crowd is already playing that to ridiculous amounts. I think that's going to be the next one. But it's roguelike, so it's a bit like all those like survival game, like Vampire Survivor. That sort of game where you have to fend off against the hordes of whatever's coming towards you. But you're doing it in a 3D environment, which looks pretty cool. I've seen a guy by the name of Grillmar, who does multiple ships and each one takes 4 to 5 different streets. Yeah, I know Grill Masters. See, a ship, I mean, the thing is a ship can take like 7 hours. If I could probably do it in one stream, but I would do the whole 7 hours, and it would be a long stream. It would be one of those I sit there and just go, right guys, we're getting into this one. It means that if he's doing it over 5 streams, then he's only doing like hour-long streams for the content. Because you can blitz those ships in full. You can do them in 5 to 7 hours. Yeah, so that's a big thing. Like, so being competent doesn't make for good viewing. So the only way that works is if you make like guide content or tutorials and stuff. People can watch you because you're being logically minded and competent. The average gamer, if you watch like the channels that are like chasing views, they all act like idiots. Because if you watch an idiot play a game, in the comment section you're like, oh, you did this, or oh, you missed that, and oh my god, why didn't you do this? It's engagement for me. Oh no, I do it without energy drinks. I don't do energy drinks anyway. I used to, but when I was doing like Hydroneer streams, I would do anywhere between 5 and 8 hours, depending on what I was doing, and depending on my kids. And as they were younger back then, it was harder to choose when I'd be able to stream or not. But no, I mean nowadays, I mean if I started streaming at 6, let's say my kids had like a really stupid early morning, which is most weekends, and they went to bed by like 6 o'clock, which is a little bit earlier than normal, but they're in bed by like half 6, 7 o'clock. If I started at 6, I could probably finish a ship in 6 hours. Depending on the ship. I mean, if it's a massive one, then I'm probably looking at like, I don't know, maybe 8 hours. But I wouldn't be able to do that in one go. And I don't normally go to the toilet during my streams either. We've done that before. Most weekends, most of my Saturday streams, I'm normally here for like 4 hours. I don't go to the toilet. Just carry on playing, carry on talking, enjoy myself. Those days are still in front of me when I'm like 50, 60 years old and like, oh, I've got to go back to the bathroom. No. But no, I don't do energy drinks. I don't drink coffee. Most of the time I just drink Pepsi Max. I don't do anything else. But I'm getting older. That's the problem. Like when Hybridsteel was around, well, that was what, 4 years ago now. So I was 30, 38. I could still do that back then. But I mean, we just had the flu jab done. And I didn't feel sick after. Not sometimes. Sometimes if you have a flu jab, you kind of you can get a little bit ill, under the weather, that sort of thing. This flu jab, I mean, I was knackered. I just sat here and just went, no, I'm going to bed. That never happened to me before. I'm all right now. Just the weekend, it took me out. It took it out of me. When it comes to some YouTubers, it's all depending on charisma, online presence. Some people won't know how to. Yeah, exactly. I am one of. Yeah, but I'm one of those people who can't. I would say most of the time when it comes to my videos and stuff, I could probably put a lot more energy into what I do, but I just don't. And I don't know why I don't. I need to be almost like cocained up, I think. Back in mad, eh? Yeah, exactly. I remember the Hybridsteel marathons we used to do. I know you could go back and there's probably like 10, I don't know, what, 8-9 hour streams in some cases. Right, so we're feeding it all through this machine to find counterfeit notes. And if there's no counterfeit notes, this means that, well, everything's clean. And we shouldn't have any problems with any sort of, like, mission. Don't sell yourself short. You do what you can. You've got what makes better. Yeah, exactly. But I mean, it's, I can handle Komodo for being incompetent because he admits he's doing it for the fun rather than doing it deliberately. But yeah, there's a little bit of play in his stuff. Like, I mean, he does it innocently. That's the difference. So Komodo's just a different type of creator. The thing is if you listen to the way he talks, it's more lively. So if you listen to him, it's more, hey everybody, and he's the raising your voice a little bit to make yourself a bit more brighter, and that's how he's always been. And it does help bring in the numbers because people see him as a friendly figure, which is good. Well, mate, that's kind of what as I said, I mean, if I started a new channel and I kept this one running, because I like this channel, this is, for me, it's just, you know, doing games I really enjoy. But if I wanted to do like that sort of content, it would be, I would have to force myself to be bigger than what I am. And you have to write in jokes, and you have to kind of make things a bit more light-hearted, you know. And that can be quite difficult. I mean, it's basically acting at that point. But for me, it's like, if people enjoy what if people enjoy what I do, and people carry on watching, then I'll carry on making. I ain't got a problem with that. But it's like I said, I just need like the next game I want to play and get into, and I think Alchemy Factory is going to be the next one. I really do. Because I mean, between now and, well, I mean, there's not really anything else that I'm really looking into. I mean, I've got a list of 150 odd games on Steam that I've got on wishlist, but most of those are down as like coming soon or out at some point. It means they might not come out, basically. Ooh, here we go. I'm waiting for a handful of games too. Really want a scrap mechanic update? Don't count on it, man. The thing that you have to take into consideration, and for you, it's like you're looking forward to that, but who else is looking out for it? Or, okay, so my big thing is like, do you do YouTube as a hobby, or do you do YouTube as a, in the future I want to earn money from this? That's the bigger question. Ironic enough, by the time you finally get down to some of the games that you really wanted to wish the new one is out. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it sucks. But I mean, as I said, the ones that I'm looking forward to, I mean, I know there's a new CMS coming out at some point, because Car Mechanic Sim, they already did some of the artwork for the new game, so I'm definitely going to be into that. And Alchemy Factory, I'm definitely going to be playing as well. If Deconstruction Simulator doesn't pull its thumb out of its arse, then I can guarantee it won't. It's gonna die, and it'll be down as an unfinished game. It started as a hobby. Now I'm thinking I want to make it a career. Good luck. I'll put it into perspective. Good luck. It's doing the type of content we do, like as in automation and that sort of stuff. In order to thrive in that sort of thing, it's all about tutorials. Really is. There might be people that actually want to watch the main gameplay stuff, but they're far and few between. Most people come to a YouTube channel to look for things about the games they're playing and if you can solve a problem. So to put this into perspective, when it comes to Scrap Mechanic, right, as that's an old title, if you're able to show people how to do stuff and what to make properly and how to make sure that everything works properly, that sort of mentality is where you'll make views. So to put this into perspective, most of my viewed videos are guides. They are solving a problem for somebody else. So if you want to do this as a career, that's the sort of content you're going to be looking at in this sort of space, which is the whole automation side, or you're solving problems for people. Or if you go into like variety gaming, it's all about entertainment. It's all about showing people stuff that they haven't thought about doing and making it fun. If you want to see prime examples, look at people like Real Civil Engineer, Blitz, Dre, that sort of person. If you want to see a weird one, and I still don't know how he gets away with it to this day, is Biffa. Biffa is the king of recycled content, and he does so well. To run it down, Biffa's a city builder. That's what he does. He plays. I'll think of it in a second. What's the game? It's gone out of my head. Balls. I've got to start creating to keep my brain ticking. Yeah, watch Biffa. Yeah. So Biffa is the king of like recycling his content, because Biffa will just create a new city and do exactly the same thing every single time. And yeah, Cities Skylines, that's one. Sorry. And he does the same thing. He'll make a town, show you how it's all built, make it all look nice, carry on making it until the city's full, make another city, do little things, show it how it works, traffic manage, finish the city, make a new city. And he does it the same thing every single time. You just sit there going, it's amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I don't know how he does it. He's just got such a dedicated audience of like city builders. It's awesome. And then the ones that he'll get the most views on are when he's sorting someone's traffic out, because you are learning how to sort your traffic out via him. What is your preferred notes in this game? Mine is yen due to the UV marks. I hate it all. There's no representation for British people in this game. I want English notes. 50s, 20s, 10s, 5s. They're inside for me. No, it's good, man. It's like I said, this is everything I've been picking up on over the years. I just the thing is I look at all these channels. I know what they're doing, and I'm sitting there just going, oh yeah, I could do this. Never do. I'm basically the person who can help you. I can't help myself. I'm an idiot. And I just carry on doing the same thing over and over again. And I don't ever expect anything different. I just enjoy what I do. But if you were to take your like top 5 gaming channels, if you watch at least 5 gaming channels, watch your top 5 gaming channels and then see how they build content. So when it comes to automation content, like you want to be watching Kibitz, really, and who's the other guy? Eclipse. Because if you watch those, they're basically automation like kings. You know, they're the guys that they'll put out videos because they've turned their entire planet into a nuclear facility that produces so much nuclear material they don't know how to deal with it all, and then they, you know, there's problems. But yeah, I'd say Kibitz is one of the people. If you're really into automation content, Kibitz is one of the more, I would say, better examples of the stuff that we do. It does come down to the type of content you make. Is you want to find the person who's like one of the best in it, and you want to see what they do, and then you want to kind of compare. And then what you do is you take stuff that they do, but then change it to your way of doing things. So your own personality will make your content, but try to see how everyone else is. Nihilus was one of the ones that got me into my... Oh yeah, Nihilus is really good as well. So yeah, go and watch Nihilus, Kibitz, and yeah, I can't remember the other dude's name. Let's Game It Out breaks games. His entire premise is, can I break a game, right? And when he found those breaks in Hydroneer, we were just sitting there just going, this guy, he thinks way outside the box. So to put this into perspective, Let's Game It Out found an exploit in the shop where if you took one of the pipes out a certain way and you were able to resell it over and over again by obviously duplicating it and making a ton of money off it. That was the only bug we didn't find. So the way that he makes his videos, he looks to find the ways the game is broken and exploits it completely. And that's what he does. He's genuinely one of the best beta testers in the world, I would say, because if a game comes out, let's say for Hydroneer, if the game came out and he made the video, and then all of a sudden it's got a bug that everybody starts going, hey, you should watch this video because it's got this game break going. Developers will sit there and they'll watch his video to see if their own QA testers failed to find something. And that one pipe glitch that he found, that was the only thing we didn't find. And that's how good he is at finding just those really weird things that you didn't think of. Yeah. Basically, there's a pattern to how everybody does their stuff, and it won't necessarily come down to the pattern that you're watching. It will come down to the way they do it. Biffa is a very soft-spoken, fun person to listen to. He's very chill. He's very calm. Never gets annoyed, and he's always trying to help the community. Always. And that's half his videos are how to do this in traffic management. And he's found that right balance between helping the community and showing things done properly in his own weird way. Yeah. There was a guy called his name's Matt. He's a Twitch streamer, and he did a lot of Hydroneer stuff as well. And he found that with version 3.0, you can knock the NPCs. If you dig a hole into your level, right, you can knock the NPCs into the hole, and they can't go home. So what you do is you trap them into a little box, and then you set a set of stairs. And it's a way of quest farming, so you don't have to go and find these people. They're on your doorstep, and you basically lock them all into a hole and then fence them all in, go to them, get the quest, come out, make the thing, go to them, and then another quest pop up, but it'll be the NPC that's standing next to them that you've penned into this hole. And it was like, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's sadist as well, because that's keeping prisoners. But yeah, it's little things like that. Right, we are nearly finished with this bundle now. There you go. We're finding stuff. Dungeon Master. So now you're going to start attacking the US? Yeah, there's not much of that, which is nice. Most of the US currency is literally just kind of, it's just leftovers. Why don't you use the night? Oh, I think I did this in a video. It's the way that I'm programmed, mate. I'm having a hard time following what's going on. Well, basically, I'm turning all these currency piles into currency piles to put into my big currency piles over there. So when I do a mission, I can just take money off the reel. I gotta be honest, this isn't really the main game's finished. I finished that hours and hours and hours ago. But I still play this game kind of therapy. So basically, I finished the missions. I've cleaned all the cash. Now I'm just repackaging it, ready for another load of missions. That's all I'm doing. That's it. It's nothing too taxing. Nothing over the top. So basically, the reason why I'm running through various machines is because these machines find all the marked notes. So things like the unknown is supposed to be a bloodstain, there's gang notes, there's FTI notes, there's police, and so on and so forth. They're marked notes that people don't want in their currency, right? So you run it all through those machines, which takes bloody hours. And then you run it all through this machine, because on the side here you've got this button here which will basically find counterfeit currency. So all of this stuff is fake, and it's fake because it's got no actual like markings to it. So when it gets to night time, these light up like a Christmas tree, and these don't light up at all. These are basically just random bits of paper at this point. And the idea with the game was you were brought into this place, you don't remember who anybody is, and you just start working for these voices that keep telling you to do missions and this, that, and the other. And then you can either work for the government or you can work for these people, and you just end up basically, I don't know, by the end of it I was just like, I really don't care who I'm working for at the end of this. I'm just done. I'm just quite happy counting. But for me, this is just a way of just chilling and calming down. I play this game really just to be like, you know what, I'm okay. The therapy isn't working. You're still crazy. Oh, no, I completely agree. I'm not all here. But it's better than screaming at a wall. Yeah? It's that easy. It's just nice. And the thing is, this game, because it's mission based, you do it whenever you like. There's no rush in this game. You don't have to be the first to do this. Well, even though there was like that race who could finish it first. There always is. But it's just one of those games where you don't have to think about anything else. You just do this and do that and just doesn't matter. All you're doing is counting cash. And that's it. No over the top stuff. It's basically a holiday in your mind. Takes you away from reality. And the world is your oyster. And it's the only way I'm ever going to see this much money in my entire life. Because it's never going to happen. There's millions and millions and millions and millions here. But this is, you don't have to follow. I mean, to be fair, it's probably best if you actually play. When you play the game, it makes a lot more sense, and then you'll know. You kind of get a feeling for the addiction for it. But it is just a weirdly chill game, and you do whatever you like. You do, if you want to do a mission, do a mission. If you want to decorate your house, decorate your house. If you want to run around like a madman, I mean, it's not going to achieve you anything, but you can do that. You can even run out of the level. Hence why there's a ladder on my furnace. It's only there because I use the ladder to get up there But you can jump out the level. They actually encourage it. It's an achievement. Right, that's all done. No, I didn't. Oh, I did there, sorry. The way I read that was I saw it in the wrong way. There we go. And there we go. So that's another load of cash sorted for another day. And basically I do these streams just because sometimes on a Wednesday I don't really do a lot. I don't normally release a video on a Wednesday. I normally do a stream in the evenings because 99% of the time my wife goes off and plays D&D with friends and we're okay with that. It's just then I sit here and just go, you know what, I could stream. My kids are in bed, there's no one else here, it's all good. So that's kind of why I stream on a Wednesday, and on a Thursday I'll do a video, and on Friday I'll do a video, and we'll see how things go. But yeah, it's just it. So if you have enjoyed this stream, hit the like, subscribe, notification button below for all other updates. I will be back here with a brand new video, live stream, or whatever else to do on the channel. Until then, I'm going to say have a great rest of your afternoon, morning, or evening, or whenever you're watching this. I'm going to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do, and have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye for now. See you later. Watch out behind you.